Python, like any other programming language, like Java, like C++, and others, they support what we call object oriented programming. So object uh, oriented programming. So object oriented programming, how they are different to other programming that doesn't support OOP is because they have attributes and methods. Yeah. So object oriented programming is got what we call attribute and method. So an attribute in this case will just be variable. Yeah. Attributes in this case will be like variable, and methods are ways that you can modify the attribute, that you can modify the behavior, right? So I will demonstrate this. So because I said strings, I said Python supports object oriented programming. So this is a variable, right? And I've given assigned the name belong to first name, right? And when I printed it, it's printed this way. But you remember in the last class, I did full stop, right? When I did full stop, it gives a list of stores that you can do to a string. So anything that appears after these full stops, they are this method that comes with string, right? So everything you are seeing here, they are methods. So let me pick one as an example. I will bring upper. So you can see that when we wanted to use print, yeah, print in its natural format is print, right? And you can see this upper. So you may begin to argue that upper and print, they look the same. So why do we call print a function, and why do we call upper a method? So anything that comes after a full stop, yeah, when you are working on this object Golang, is called a method. But if you are using it this way, that you don't have to you don't have to precede it with a full stop, they are called function. And remember that in the previous class, we built our own function ourselves, where we did dev user info. Yeah, we did name. Came here, we say print print name, right? And you remember, I can copy this one now, bring it here, and do, uh, let me comment that one, bring it one here, do it here, and put first name, right? You remember we had this example. So what I've done quickly is I created a function called user info. And what the function does in this case is it takes an argument name and prints whatever argument, and print whatever you supplied into this. So in this case, I've supplied this parameter first name into user info, which is my function. And if I do that, it should give me my name. So this is, you can see that this is an equivalent of print. Yeah, because that's a function and this is a function, but this function are predefined in Python. This is a user defined function. So we'll say predefined function in Python, and this one is a user defined function because I built that function myself, right? So, but we are talking about methods, right? So I will say first name underscore one and first name underscore one. Because what we have done here is we have reassigned whatever modification this has done to first name. But in this case, we are changing the variable. And I will stress out what I'm doing. I'm trying to pass across again. So you can see the first one. I would say before modification, right? And I would say after modification, and I would say original, I would say uh, before modification. Yeah. So what I'm trying to pass across here is this variable was initialized to Igbola, right? We are printing it here, but we have used another variable to hold uh, the modification that has been done by this upper into that variable, and we are printing it here. And we are printing the the variable that we initialized Igbola onto. We are printing it back here just for you to know that mostly method doesn't affect the original variable. So when I click run, you can see that before modification, Bolan is all we have one uppercase and others are lowercase, right? That's why we have Bolan before modification, this one here. And when we came here, we have done modification using the upper method, and it has turned everything, modified everything back to uppercase, which is what we go here. But we printed the initial variable that we have Bolan assigned to Bake, and we can see that that variable does not that variable contains the same information as it was before, right? So this is to show you that when you use method, yeah, it doesn't modify the original variable. What it does is create another string, right? So this upper worked on Golan, make it all uppercase, and created another variable which is now held in first underscore name underscore one. And the original value that is held in first name has not been tampered with at all. Does that make sense? And it doesn't matter if I put uh Ayanshola Ayanshola here. So this is the value that is being held in first name, and when I print it, I expect this value to be printed back before modification. And when this upper method works on, uh, so let me just copy this one. So we can do it this way. I don't have to repeat myself. So we can do it this way. So remember, this Bola and Shola is now adding first name. So when I put first name here, the command will come here, interprets Bola and Shola in place of first name, right? And that uppercase, that upper method works on the evaluated in first name, and whatever it returns back will be held here, right? And it will be printed here. So if I do that, so you can see that the first one before modification, I got the same value back. And when it came to upper, he capitalized everything and printed it, but the original variable has not been changed. So that's how upper works. And if I come here now, so this first name, right, is holding all capital letter. So I want to use the split method. So I will come and I will say first underscore name one dot split, right? So what this one does, split, that's not how you spell split. Split. So what this one does, because I have two variables here, so I mean two words in this string, what it would do is it will scan through the first word. It will scan through the first word, and the first word is Bolan. It would hold it like that and put a comma and open another bracket and do Ayanshola. Yeah. So that's how it's going to appear, and we are going to we'll be reviewing a concept that is called list. So when we get there, you will understand this kind of data type very well. So when I say print split first name dot that method, and I give it a click, so you can see what I'm saying. So it doesn't matter if I have like you welcome to Python class, is going to split everything into their individual words. So this is the example I made the other time, that if there is any word that is offensive that you are looking for here, once you split it and you iterate over the strings in that class, you can easily remove that word if an offensive word, or if you are looking for one particular word, then you can use this example to seek out the word, right? We can remove a white space as well, right? So let's say I did print, and I did, so this is removing white white space, right? I come here, I will do first name dot, there should be one with an strip. Let's find it. Strip, right? So let's find out what that one does. Okay, so we need to give ourselves space here. So to remove that space, so you can see that here the space is present. There, the space is still there. Here, the space is there. Let me remove the split here to avoid confusion, and that do run again. So you can see that here, here, the space is always copied into the next variable. But when we came here, the space is gone. So imagine that you are trying to go over like a literature that has been written by somebody, and you don't want space in front of every paragraph, so you can just use uh, dot strip to pass through the document and to remove the white space, right? And there are so many methods that you can use for the within the string type. So let's say other methods that are useful. You just do dot, and you can say split, strip, upper, find. So this find is used to search through a string, and you put whatever you are looking for. You put the start and the end,